and welcome to the Cold Coffee Club, a podcast brought to you by Houston Moms. We're here to give you a little bit of that mom-to-mom connection, fun, and conversation amidst all the chaos. Join us as we take a break from doing all the things and explore the wide spectrum of this crazy motherhood role. We'll interview fun guests, talk about cool grown-up topics, laugh, share, and grow together. So go ahead, reheat that coffee, and put your feet up. Here we go.
Good morning. Welcome to the Cold Coffee Club. This is Ashley here, and we have a special guest co-host today, our Houston Moms co-owner, Meagan Clanahan.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so this is season 5 of the Cold Coffee Club. We are airing on a new day this season. We are airing on Thursdays, and we are also doing a new approach to how we're doing the Cold Coffee Club. So y'all might not know, but our favorite co-host, Jenny, has left Houston Moms, and of course we miss her. Of course the podcast will be a little bit different now, but this has given us a new opportunity to explore having guest co-hosts. We are going to work our way through contributors and members of our exec team, and of course we have co-owner Meagan here with us today. So this will be, different, but a lot of fun. We get lots of new perspectives. I'll always be here, but we'll get some new voices on the podcast. So we're super excited to try that out. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I'm super excited. Of course, yes, we all miss Jen. She had the opportunity to go do something really exciting, and that isn't something, obviously, we could hold her back from. And so, but in that, it gives us an opportunity for y'all to hear from the writers who put out those pieces on a monthly basis for them, but we're always publishing daily. And so you're going to get to hear exactly from those people. They're real live moms. Yep. They're not bots in the community. They're not AI. They're actually real live people. And so I think it'll be cool to hear from people all around our city too. And so I'm excited. So yes, thanks for kicking it off with me.
Yes, of course. It's so great to have you. So just like in, regular Cold Coffee Club fashion, we are going to spill the tea as usual. So Meagan, what are your wins and fails for this week?
Okay. I feel like I want to end on a positive.
Yes.
So we're going to start with the fail. If you can hear, I have a little bit of a situation going on right now with some sinuses or allergies, whatever it is. So Houston, by the way, your allergy season is a fail. Yes. We're going to automatically just give you that designation. But I think, as moms, when we don't feel well, we're a little short-tempered. I probably have not been my best self the past couple of days, just not feeling well. And I know for sure I haven't been super kind to my husband. And, we always give guys a hard time when they get the man flu and whatever, which is a real thing. But I can say I have been a bit whiny, and that is my fail.
With good reason, though. It's fine.
But damn it, I cooked dinner last night, and everyone got fed, so it's fine. My win for the week. So I'll try to keep this one short, but I have kind of traveled through some really bad knee issues in the past year and a half, and 2 knee surgeries, a car accident, like all yada yada. And I found out at the beginning of the summer that my knee was dead. And if I want to not have a knee replacement, I'm 43, by the way. Knee replacement isn't exactly what I want to do right now. Yeah. Then running, jumping, high impact, any of that, like exercise that I used to love to do, was out for me. And so, like any, mature 43-year-old would do, I just didn't do anything. I was so mad and so just ticked off that I couldn't do anything. So I was just like, well, then I'm just going to eat and not do anything, even though there's a plethora of activities I could do. But I will say by the end of the summer, whether it be indulgence or what. But I finally decided to get my stuff together. And the past month, my win is I've been to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, doing stuff. And I can only walk on the treadmill, but I'm doing inclines and mountain situations. And I'm getting my sweat on. And so I'm proud that I've probably averaged like 20 miles a week for the past month. So that's my win.
That is awesome.
My personal win. So yeah.
That is awesome. Good for you. I mean, sometimes you need to have that little, I'm sad and I'm just going to sit here and be sad until you like decide you're ready to get motivated. So, I mean, hey, I love it.
I totally pout it. I totally 100% pout it until I saw a couple of pictures from our kind of like 20-year anniversary trip. And then we need to take care of some business, Meagan.
All right.
It's time. It's time.
My gosh. I mean, you got there. You know,
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. So, but I will say it's good. That part is good for my psyche. So when I can finally, breathe again, I'll be back in there, and then I'll be nicer to my children. And they will appreciate that.
They will. They absolutely will.
They'll be very
I'm going to start with my high because it is so linked to my fail. So this week I got to take my kids. I joined an adult volleyball league, which is like, I'm having so much fun. I grew up playing volleyball and I've missed it so much. And I was coaching for a while, but I have not played in years. And I found a league, and my team they're great people. They are so much fun to hang out with. And I finally got to bring my kids with me because the game was early enough to where it was okay in the middle of the week to go. And it was such a great experience, just like watching them watch me be not mom, like just having a really good time and like not being on duty. So it was a whole experience just watching them watch me. But then my oldest child, being as just blatantly honest as he is, and just, he says things like, no offense, but so he cares that he's, gonna hurt your feelings. But he's going to do it anyway. He was like, as much as you like volleyball and as much as you're like a volleyball girl, I don't think that was your best today. I was like, thank you. We were late that night. We were running late. I hit a bunch of traffic. I like warmed up as we started playing. Like I did not have time to stretch and all that. So I knew it was not my best game. And it took me about a game and a half to like get it together. He's like, I mean, you did okay, but like, you weren't that good. It's like, first of all,
let me tell you,
my body's tired. How dare you? He tried to be gentle with it, which I appreciate. Yeah. But I was like, I didn't need you to tell me that. I knew I wasn't great today. I didn't need it.
I have one of those too. That's kind of like a no filter. It's like, I'm not sure that this is your best outfit day. And you're just like,
no one asked you.
Just because the thought bubble pops up here doesn't mean we have to say it. It's a maturity thing. They'll get there. I'm sure, you know what though? I bet when they think back, they're gonna think of their mom being a total bad on the on the volleyball court. Just how cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be kind of like a hero thing like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it sand volleyball or like indoor?
It's indoor. I hate sand volleyball. I like always love like diving on the floor and it kind of hurting, but like you're still like, I'm tough. I got this. So I love indoor volleyball, and I don't like sand like in my face and all that. I don't like it.
In different places that it shouldn't be.
Yeah, so, I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan.
No, I get it. Well, that's exciting, and that's a good little social group for you too. I'm sure.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun, and it's co-ed, so it's like we're all like just older adults, like it's not just moms, and so it's just like funny watching each other. Like we have this really tall guy who's great at certain things, but then other things he's like, I feel my age today. Like I feel you.
Don't we all, man?
Right.
I mean, in my head, I'm 22, but
Yeah.
no.
In my head. And then my body reminds me, girl, simmer down.
Yeah. No. Which is funny. You say it, and then I know we need to move on. But I unloaded pumpkins for our church's pumpkin patch on Sunday.
Yeah.
And my daughter Quinn and I did it together. And it was like this assembly line thing. So we're just kind of moving pumpkins from the truck down to the patch, from the truck down to the patch. And I'm just like doing a constant turn motion.
Yeah.
And somebody about an hour in was like, I bet we're going to be kind of sore. I didn't think we were going to be sore. I'm like, well, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, we passed pumpkins for an hour and 20 minutes. And I woke up on Monday and I was like, what did I do yesterday? I couldn't turn my neck this way.
Oh.
And like my abs were sore this way. And I'm like, if nothing screams 43, I am sore from passing pumpkins in an assembly line.
I mean, but that's actual physical labor. We hurt ourselves in bed, like just laying there. Like I used a different pillow.
But still, we're talking like, I mean, this is stuff that would not have fazed me in my 20s. And so, solid shout out for St. Peter's and Katie. Both locations, Kingsland and 1463. Those were lovingly hand placed and crick in my neck for you. So go and get your pumpkin.
Yes. Make it all worth it, y'all.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to move on to our cream and sugar this week. This is where we recommend something. You know, it might be something Houston related. It might just be a thing that we're loving. So this week I'm recommending the Renaissance Festival. I went on opening weekend and I thought it was going to be absolute madness. And it was busy, but it wasn't crazy. And we had an absolute blast. The weather was amazing for it. My kids ate all the things, asked for all the things. They even like borrowed on credit. Like, can you buy this? And I will pay you back when we get home. There were so many things that everyone was just loving. Great performances, which, you know, I've taken my kids to medieval times in Dallas a few times and they're obsessed with it. But I'm like, hey, we can see this here. It's just like it. Like, let's go watch them joust and stuff. My kids loved it so much. And I will say, there's the hot ticket item that so many kids were buying, including my children, and I hate it. There are these bird whistles that you put water in them and it makes like this, and it sounds like little birds. And my kids walked around the entire Renaissance Festival sounding like birds. And I just have my little flock behind me and all the kids wanted them. I strategically left them at my ex-husband's house for them to play with there because I was like, I've had enough. These are going to get broken or I'm going to put them on top of the fridge, something. I can't do this. But it was fun while it lasted. Set some ground rules, like this is an outside toy only because I can't, but they are so much fun and my kids are loving them. So, I mean, your kids might love them too, but definitely set some ground rules for those.
Be aware of the purchases. I'm so glad that y'all did that. And we have a great guide too on our website. That's all about the Texas Run Fest. And so if you haven't been, it looks so overwhelming, I think, sometimes when you think about it. So there's a great guide that you can hit up. Well, that sounds like super fun. And mad props to leaving them at the ex-husband's house.
Yeah. That was very strategic.
I mean, if I had one of those, I would do the same thing. There was a harmonica situation a while back and I mean, we're kind of out of like the loud music things now. Now I'm like begging for my kids to play with me, but here we are. I mean, by way of reference, like your kids are how old?
11, 8, and 6.
Okay. So mine are 13-year-old twins, boy, girl. And so they get home from school and they go upstairs and they're either playing video games or doing homework or talking to friends or planning out outfits. And then I see them at dinner and they're like, cool, mom, thanks for dinner. And then they go back upstairs.
Right.
It's weird how fast it happens. So
Yeah.
it's coming for you, my friend.
It is. What is
So
your cream and sugar?
Yeah, my cream and sugar is shockingly around food. Um,
Love it.
just
We love food.
which is why I'm back at the gym. So we have kind of made it our goal to do a lot of Astros games this year. Obviously, hopefully, we'll see what happens when this actually publishes where the Astros are at. But it was an interesting, kind of frustrating season. But we did a lot of day dates to go to the Astros game because we didn't want to always bring the kids because it gets really pricey and they always want souvenirs. They want like the $25 popcorn and I want my $15 glass of wine. So like something has to give. And so my husband and I started going on like Wednesdays and Thursdays, and he started taking this long route and not off. We live kind of out towards Fulshire, and it wasn't your typical like highway route to Minute Maid. And we started going around Memorial Park, and it has been a minute since I've like gone that way into town and to see our Houston skyline, especially as we're coming into like this gorgeous weather season. Y'all do the drive. Like I was like looking out the window like, oh, she's so pretty. And she was. She looks so pretty. And then we ate at to get to the food part, we ate at Barnaby's near there. Usually we'd eat a little bit closer in. And then I forgot how much I love Barnaby's. They have several locations around Houston. I think the last one I ate at was closer to like the aquarium, which is also great. But they have the best sweet potato fries. And I had a veggie burger and sweet potato fries. And now I'm not a vegetarian, but I would become one to eat that veggie burger. It was all very good, and they were very fast and kind of like got us in, out. We got a couple cocktails and had a great, like seemingly like tasted like healthy meal before we ruined it all with, at the ballpark. But anyway, Barnaby's is on my cream and sugar list.
Yum. Okay. I've never heard of Barnaby's. So I've been adding to my list here and there. Like, okay, I need to check out this place. I need to go here. I have never seen this. Yeah. Houston, it has so much.
It's so much.
Having been like, I was very much in like the Katy bubble, and I kind of just stayed there when I lived in Katy. And now I'm just like, you know what? I need to go see things, check things out. So that is now on my list.
Oh, you're doing a good job. But Barnaby's is kind of one of those institutions. And admittedly, I live kind of in the Fulshire bubble. And so, but when we can get out, we should. This is a great season to get out and about for sure. So you don't feel like you're melting.
Right. All right, so this is just kind of our welcome back episode. We're going to do a quick recap of the summer, what back to school looked like for us, and maybe a few things we're looking forward to in the fall. So what were a couple highlights or lowlights of your summer this year?
So summer 2023, it was good to us. It was really, really good. My husband and I celebrated 20 years of marriage, which is so bizarre because I swear, like, see, I'm like still, 25, and we're not.
How did this happen?
No, it went wildly fast.
Yeah.
And so we got the kids up to my mom's in Dallas, and she watched them play video games. But we went to Puerto Rico, and that was mainly nothing against Puerto Rico. It was great. It was fantastic. We had a fabulous time, but I just last minute Nelly on getting my passport renewed, and it had expired. And then that passport line at the beginning of the summer got back to like it's like little bit of post-COVID high. So they were talking like 4 or 5 months for your passport. And I was like, well, we got to stay domestic then. So so we landed in Puerto Rico, which was great. My husband got to practice Spanish and he really enjoyed that. But My son went to camp. He goes to camp every year, looks forward to Pine Cove. That's his happy place. He buddied up with a couple of friends this time and stayed in a cabin with them. And then my daughter and I went and did Gigi Camp up in Dallas. And so we just kind of took a week off and did that whole thing.
Yeah.
The best highlight. Sorry, I almost forgot as I threw my pen. I I took a solo trip.
Yes.
Um, my kids are getting older. They don't need me as much. Um, my husband's family was going to Corpus and the beach, and nothing against Corpus and the beach. I'm just not a huge beach
Yeah.
person in general.
Sure.
Not so I decided there were some things I needed to celebrate in my life. And I was like, I'm just going to take a solo trip by myself. And I went to Denver. I went back to your state, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And
hometown.
there you go. And I have a handful of friends that are up there. And so I just kind of made the rounds to, kind of whoever I could see. And then when I didn't feel like it, I just drove up into the mountains, and it was 55 and it was glorious.
Yes.
And then I came back to the first heat wave in Houston. And so
Of course.
I
was
landed
just waiting
and
for
it
you.
was, it was 99. But yeah, so if you have the resources, time, availability, and I just so encourage the solo trip. It was good for my spirit, and I came back just happy. Like, I talked to my family while I was gone. They're like, "You sound like wildly happy." I'm like, I am.
Who'd have thunk?
I'm only feeding myself.
Right. Exactly. It's amazing what only taking care of you will do.
Yeah. I mean, it was glorious, and so really enjoyed that. So that was a summer highlight. I don't really have any like negatives. Like,
Good.
summer was really good to us.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah, summer was good to us as well. I was a little panicked at the beginning of the summer working from home and having kids home every other week. So we got a very good schedule, and I printed it out and put it on the pantry, put it in each kid's room. Like, here's the schedule. Here are the things you're responsible for. Here are the points where I need you to leave me alone for a minute. Here are the activities you can work on while I need to be left alone. I had a stop sign on my door, and I'm like, if the door is closed and there's the stop sign, please don't come in here. Like, that means something's happening. I'm on a call, something. And we nailed it. And then every day I clocked out at 3, and we would go on adventures. We'd go on hikes. We'd go bowling. There was a day we drove up to the Bluebell factory, and my kid, we'd never seen it. And we had a blast, and we ate all the ice cream.
Yeah.
There were lots of good times. We spent a lot of time at the pool, of course, but we filled our days with some good stuff. And I feel like we made a lot of memories. So there was that. It was, there were its moments where she's like, you guys have to stop yelling. Like,
Yeah.
please leave the house if you're going to yell. That is what our ginormous backyard is for. You can yell for hours and I won't say a word. Like, just do that outside, please.
Yeah.
There were moments where it's like, this is too much.
Of course.
But I also went, after school had already started, but I went on a solo trip as well. For 5 days, I went to Colorado also for my best friend's wedding. Yeah. And it was so nice being in our old stomping grounds. We went to my favorite restaurant there, my favorite Mexican restaurant there. And then just helping my best friend get ready. It was very exciting. It was a lot of fun. And, I was feeling very touristy since I haven't spent as much time back home as I think I was there in December. But it was such a quick trip that I didn't really get to see as much as I wanted to. And I was taking videos of everything. Like, look at this, look at these flowers, look at this river. Like, I was loving all of it. And I was excited to show my kids, this is what look at the mountains. Look at how amazing that is. And now they want to go. And so now I have to plan that trip. But it was really fun being with old friends, and of course, it being a wedding, lots of people that we haven't seen in a while, or that I haven't seen in a while, were there, and it was really nice to just kind of be in my home element. So
Yeah.
It was good times.
And not
I
on
miss
your
it.
full mom game,
Right.
where they remember the Ashley before she was a mom.
Right.
Um, which
Exactly.
I think is, so important that we
Yep.
remember who that person was. And
For sure.
yeah,
For
but
sure.
anyone who doesn't nerd out at all the streams and rivers and
Yes.
them, I was doing the same thing, and I grew up going to Colorado, and so,
Mhm.
but I was taking video I don't know
Look
what
at
this
these
flower
rocks.
is. Look at this formation.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Tell me you live in a master plan community without telling me you live in a master plan community.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was
For sure.
amazing. Even the neighborhood that it was basically my mom's best friend, my second mom, lives in. It's a community.
Yeah.
But it still has they just have deer. They just walk up.
Yep.
And it's this is Daisy and this is Dada, and they all have their names. And
I love
oh
it.
no, it's very cool. Different world. So it sounds
Yeah.
like you need a trip for you and the boys. Summer 2024 is what it
Yeah.
sounds like to
It's
me.
on the list. It's on the list. And then how about for back to school? How was that transition back to school for you and your kiddos? What grade are they in now?
They're in 7th grade.
Oh my gosh.
We are solidly entrenched into the junior high.
Mhm.
I'm thankful 6th grade is behind us. That was an interesting year.
Mm.
And they both did really well, but there's a lot. It was a lot of newness.
Yeah.
This time they felt just more confident. My son's in his first year of playing junior high football.
Mhm.
And so they started the first day of school at 6 a.m. and with workouts. And he has kept that up, which has been really fun and impressive.
So wait, what time did you have to start your first day of school? If they had to be there at 6, what time did you have to start your day?
Listen, I'm embarrassed to say, but I am the mom that will drive them in my robe. I don't care.
That's embarrassing. I didn't know we were supposed to be embarrassed.
Okay. Well, no, but it's dark. I don't care what I look like, and I just pray to God I don't get pulled over or in an accident. But so far, the junior high is only 5 minutes from us, and so far so good. So it wasn't super bad on my end.
Yeah.
And my husband's been a huge help on that side of taking him for a lot of that. So for a girl, the main consideration, so she's also starting athletics, but she's not doing anything really until basketball tryouts, which are coming up, which will be a whole other thing. But her main thing is wardrobe, right? So we just go through the wardrobe crisis. And when I say we had 4 back to school shopping trips, and
oh boy,
I still have hair on my head, which is cool. There's a lot of gray though.
I can't even imagine.
If anyone's listening who has any influence on the KDISD dress code, you're ridiculous. And you make it so hard for our teenage girls to wear anything that is what they're selling in the stores.
Right.
What I can buy stuff in the stores, but she can't wear it to school. And then it becomes a whole thing. And then all these girls, it's just, it is a whole thing. So that
sounds like a whole episode we need to dig into.
Listen, I will go ham for that because it is just frustrating, and it's it distracts from the purpose of them actually going to school. But
right. Yeah.
Other than that, I've mostly adjusted well, and
good.
It's been good. They're using all of their budget at the cafeteria, and that's and just keep refilling it. Whatever.
Yep. Do what you need to do.
It's a long day for them.
They
sometimes they get there. They both get there at 6:30 on some days, and they don't get home till 4:30. It's a very, very long day. So we're treating our junior hires almost like little adults, but that in itself is a whole other episode. So how was your back to school?
It was great. I was so ready for them to go back. We had a great summer, but I was like, okay, I'm tired. Go have fun. So they were very excited. I, being the type 6 planner that I am, I was like, we have to have school supplies ready to go first day of school. Like, let's do this. And then my ex-husband reminded me, like, why don't we just wait till tax-free weekend? It'll be a few days late, but they don't need all their school supplies on the first day. And I'm like, no. The paper says have this on back to school night or whatever. It's like, it says, and I am a rule follower, and it says have your stuff there. But he convinced me to break the rules in my head. It was like, we're just gonna wait. It's cheaper. Just calm down. I'm like, okay. So I did, and it was actually very beneficial for all of us. My kids don't care about wardrobe or anything. They're just like, put clothes on my back. Like, if you can find something that is video game related, if you can get me like a t-shirt with a video game controller, I am happy for the year. I'm like, oh, done deal. I can do that. So that was great. And yeah, they're loving their teachers. They're loving school. My oldest is now in intermediate school, which is a new concept to me. I always knew elementary school, middle school, high school. That's how I knew things to be. And so in our school district, it's elementary school until 4th grade, and then 5th and 6th grade go to intermediate school. Then they go to junior high. It's odd to me. It's very odd. Yeah. But yeah, back to school was great for him. It was a new school. He has a locker. He's playing cello. Like, and he's riding the bus. So many things are happening for him. He's like, I don't need anyone. Like, I'm set. I am an adult now. Like, are you though? You forgot your jacket. You're like, oh, okay. But he is living his best life. He's loving this new journey, and watching him open his locker on the first day of school, I didn't cry until I saw him doing that. And I'm like, look at you. Like, you remembered the combination and everything.
Yes.
Oh, it was so cute. Great adventure for us. And now my younger two are together, just them, in elementary school. So my middle is like the big kid, and he's walking his little brother to school, to class, and it's great. It's great for everybody, all the way around. I'm getting work done. They're having adventures. Yeah. It's great.
That productivity, man.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's great.
Well done.
Yeah, so every week we do a Houston Moms House Blend where we spotlight one of our favorite posts on the site right now. And my house blend for this week is Becca Vidrine wrote a soft launch into fall recipes. And this is perfect because it's not like all the soups and stews and all that. It's just like easing into fall where it still kind of feels like summer-ish, but we're getting like cooler days here and there. And I loved her recipes, but especially she has one for a butternut squash and bacon flatbread. Oh my gosh, that is like now on my meal plan list. I'm like, that looks amazing. It's going to happen very soon. I will probably try it out for just myself first because I want to enjoy it and not have to hear people be like, this is different. This is like, no, I'm going to enjoy this and have my moment before you guys ruin it for me.
Yes, absolutely. Seems totally fair.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. So what is your house blend for this week?
No, and I will say, I know you're quite the cook. And so let us know how that turns out.
Yes.
And Becca has all those great, like a lot of like Southern influence in her recipes too.
Yeah.
Because they're like passed down in her family.
Yeah.
She's great. So so again on the food. We like to eat here.
Love to eat.
We have more parenting articles out there, but I guess there's something about food in fall because it almost seems too hot to eat in like the heat of summer. Like I remember in July and August, I was like, I don't want to eat anything. Like there is nothing that could possibly sound good to me right now.
Right.
So, Monica Bell put out the ultimate guide to Houston food trucks. Now, again, this is the perfect season to get out and about in Houston. Apparently, I learned from this article, there are 390-ish registered food trucks just in the city of Houston. That does not include outside areas. And
Oh, yeah.
obviously they travel to wherever they have permits, in different
Mhm.
counties and cities and what have you. But there's some that stay in specific areas, some that there's the food truck park, all of that. So I encourage you to check out that article and go explore a new food truck, because this is the one time a year you can kind of actually sit outside and, you could grab like a birria taco from
Mhm.
one truck and then go get like your Greek gyro
Yeah.
from another, and kind of mix up the cuisines. And so
Yep.
I like that idea. So this is the first time we've done a guide like this. I think it's a great huge guide, and I'd love for people to hit
Yes.
that.
It looks incredible, and we love food. This really is the
Food.
perfect time where it's not too hot, not too cool. You can just like camp out. And a lot of food trucks kind of like congregate in areas, and you can just spend like the entire day just like, we'll just sit here and chat and try different stuff. There's ice cream trucks. I love it. I love it
Yes.
all.
No,
Makes me so happy.
it's a good social thing, I think. I
Mhm.
mean, and then, typically there's if you're a wine or beer person, typically there's establishments that accompany that. And so
Yep.
you can, kill all the birds.
Yes. Speaking of birds,
What a segue!
I love it. That was so perfect.
Seamless.
So perfect. So we always wrap up with a see you later caffeinator. This is just something fun, interesting to close out the episode. And speaking of birds, now that we are easing into the fall season, this marks the period of winter migration for birds. So if you are new to Houston and you have been terrified to get out of your car at Walmart because there are birds everywhere, this is why. They are migrating south for the winter. And I will say, when I moved here, I was like, everyone's just okay with this? Like, y'all are just walking around shooing birds off your shopping cart. Like, what are we doing? I was terrified. But now that I know what it is, it's slightly less terrifying. It's still weird. It's very Alfred Hitchcock, and I don't like it. But it makes sense, and I get it. So that's what the birds are doing. They are leaving to stay warm. They're going south, and it'll pass. So stay calm.
It'll pass. Yeah, we have one HEB where they line. I mean, it's just, I just don't go to that particular HEB during migration season. But I'm a big curbside girl anyway, and then I don't have to worry about the birds attacking me and pecking out my eyes.
Right. And you know darn well they are not going to peck your eyes, but there's a part of you that's like, what if they did, though? What if they did?
Like, I just don't trust them enough that I'm not going to be the 10 p.m. lead-in news story. You know what I mean? Like, some of them, there's a lot. A lot of birds.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. But I think that is a good PSA for our new people to Houston. We're very nice. Our birds should be very nice to you.
Yes.
I hope they are. So hopefully they're welcoming you.
Hopefully.
As much as the city of Houston is welcoming.
Of course. Of course. All right. Well, that wraps up our first episode of season 5 of the Cold Coffee Club. Please make sure to come back every Thursday. We will have some new stuff for you every week. And we're so looking forward to exploring this guest co-host process that we're going to be doing. And of course, Meagan will be back with us throughout the season. So stay tuned.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Cold Coffee Club, brought to you by Houston Moms. We wish you a fabulous week with your families and look forward to sharing many more cups of cold coffee with you.